She looked straight at me, not at the baby, not at her son, at me. Then she said the words that cut through everything, "That baby cannot be our blood." The room went still. The Roman 4 pump beeped in the corner. Somewhere down the hall another newborn cried. My arms tightened around Luna. Caleb turned toward me with wide eyes like he had just been dropped inside someone else's life. Confusion spread across his face as though he was trying to solve a riddle that did not need solving. I only smiled, not the soft smile that says I am fine, the other kind, the one that says I see you. I know what you are trying to do, and I will not let you win this time, because what she did not know was that I had already taken steps. I already knew the truth, and it was not the truth she expected. Then the door opened and Anne came in with the doctor. He carried a manila folder with test results inside. He looked at us and said, "There's something you need to know." When Caleb and I met, we were students at the University of Michigan. 2 broke kids sharing a library table. He had restless hands, always tapping his fingers as if his thoughts moved faster than he could speak. I was the quiet one, careful, patient. I only spoke when the words mattered. Somehow it worked. He made me laugh. I helped him slow down. We fit. After graduation, we moved to Chicago and married in a small courthouse. My dad and my younger sister stood beside us. Caleb's parents refused to come. His mother, Vivian, said it was too rushed. She wanted a proper wedding planned by the Monroe family, but love does not always wait. Her disapproval hurt. She never screamed or insulted me. Vivian's weapon was silence, cold, sharp silence, and when she spoke it was with pointed questions. Are you sure this is the best you can do, Caleb? Or she seems emotional. Is stability not important in a marriage? Still we tried. Every holiday, every birthday we invited her. Sometimes she came, sometimes she ignored us. Caleb always said she will come around. I wanted to believe him. When we tried for a baby it felt like hope, a fresh chapter, but hope turned heavy, miscarriage after miscarriage. Doctors explained I had endometriosis. My chances were slim. Each negative test broke me a little more. My body felt like an enemy. Vivian offered no real comfort. She told Caleb maybe it was not meant to be. She never said those words to my face. My father Ronald tried to be steady for me. A retired mail carrier who had raised me and my sister after Mom passed. He did not talk much, but when he did it counted. He called every Sunday. My sister June, studying nursing in Texas, sent me memes and late-night photos. Those small things carried me through. Then when we had almost given up, it happened. I was late. I waited before testing because I could not face another disappointment. But then 2 pink lines appeared. Positive? I showed Caleb while he brushed his teeth. His toothbrush clattered into the sink. We laughed with toothpaste still on our mouths. The pregnancy was not easy. Nausea, pain, fear. Every ultrasound felt like walking a tightrope. But each time the heartbeat came strong, defiant, a tiny voice saying, "I am coming and you cannot stop me." Vivian barely acknowledged it. One short phone call asking the gender, that was all. After 17 hours of labor, Luna arrived. Red-faced, squirming, with thick dark hair and wide hazel eyes. The nurse placed her in my arms. In that instant nothing else existed. Not fear, not Vivian, not the past. Only her. Caleb cried harder than I did. He whispered, "She is perfect, you did it." The next day our room overflowed with flowers, balloons, nurses, my dad on video call, and June crying from afar. Vivian also appeared, immaculate as always. She looked at me briefly, then focused on Luna. And I saw it in her eyes, doubt, judgment, like Luna was an unfinished puzzle that did not belong. She stood there silent until she finally said it. "This baby cannot be our blood." The air left the room. Caleb froze mid-step. A nurse quietly slipped out. Vivian was calm, not angry, calm like someone stating fact. Caleb asked slowly, "Mom, what are you talking about?" She moved closer. Look at her, Caleb, hazel eyes. "Olive skin. She does not look like you or me or anyone in this family. She is not ours." Her words cut deep. I was still bleeding, still broken from birth, and she sliced open the room with suspicion. Caleb turned toward me. His face asked the question he could not voice. Was there any truth? That was what hurt the most. I had never betrayed him. I had given him everything. Even when his mother treated me as invisible, I steadied my voice. "You are not actually believing this, are you?" Vivian crossed her arms. "If you have nothing to hide, then you will not mind a paternity test." It was not a request, it was a dare. I looked at Luna asleep in my arms. Her tiny hands curled. That was when clarity came. I said, "Fine, do the test. But when the results come back and you see the truth, I hope you realize you questioned your granddaughter's place in this family on the day she was born." Vivian smiled tight. Good, I will arrange it. She left. The room breathed again. Machines beeped. Caleb sat down and whispered, "You know she is wrong, right?" I nodded. "Do you?" He stayed silent. That silence told me everything. The next morning I scheduled the test myself. Caleb hesitated but agreed. The lab was small and clinical. We swabbed our mouths one by one. Luna slept through it. Vivian did not come, but promised she would be there for the results. 2 days later the call came. Results were ready. The woman on the phone said there was also a secondary finding. We needed to come in. Vivian arrived early for the meeting, dressed like she was attending a scandal. Caleb hugged her out of habit. We all sat in a tiny consultation room. The technician opened the folder. She said Luna is Caleb's biological daughter without question. I exhaled. Caleb glanced at his mother. Vivian showed no apology. Then the counselor added, "But we found something unexpected in Caleb's data. According to the test, he is not biologically related to the woman he calls his mother." Vivian flinched. Her voice cracked. "That cannot be right. I was there when he was born. I held him." The counselor replied, "We ran the test twice. There is no maternal match. You raised him, but you did not give birth to him." Caleb froze, his face pale. He whispered, "Then who is my mother?" No one had an answer. The counselor suggested maybe a hospital mistake at birth. Maybe a switch. They could not explain fully. For the first time, Vivian looked lost. Her control gone. She stood and cried out, "Do not finish that thought, Caleb. I am your mother. I raised you. I gave you my life." Caleb's eyes filled with tears. "Then why did you try to tear mine apart?" I finally spoke. "Luna is part of this family, whether you accept it or not. Not because of blood, but because she is Caleb's daughter." We left the lab. Vivian walked alone. Before she got in her car, she whispered, "I did not know." For the first time in years I believed her. At home, Caleb sat by Luna's crib and said, "I do not know who I am anymore, but I know who she is and who you are. Maybe that is enough to start over." We sat in silence. A different silence, not cold this time, healing. Life did not return to normal. It cracked open, but sometimes cracks let light in. Vivian stopped calling. Caleb did not chase her. I focused on Luna. Her tiny sounds, her smiles, her wonder. She reminded me what was real. Weeks later, Caleb said, "You never made me doubt I belonged to you. Not once. That was everything." Vivian sent one email, half apology, half explanation. I did not answer. I no longer needed her approval. My father came to meet Luna. He held her and said, "She has your eyes." My sister sent a handmade scrapbook with the words, "Family is not blood, it is proof," written on the cover. That is what I hold on to now. Truth, heart, the courage to stand my ground. Luna gave me that. She gave me a reason to stop shrinking. This is my family. Not perfect, not traditional, but mine, and no one can take that away.